Like Santa Claus. It's after closing time here, and we're actually at a pop-up show for this gentleman, Jeremiah Johnson. We don't call you Live Reading Johnson or anything like that, do you?
No, not anymore.
In conjunction with, what's the name of your gallery, Casey?
Converge Gallery.
Converge Gallery. Where's it located?
Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Home of...
series.
Okay. Well, give us a little run-through of your show.
All right.
What's the title of the show?
There's Never Enough.
Never Enough. And you were talking about maximalism.
Yeah, based on the paintings that I do, actually, I fill every square inch of the works themselves. These are smaller print drawings that I do.
And you're also using photostats in these?
Yeah, they're actually lithograph prints. They're done with these things called polyester plates. So it's a type of lithography process.
So you do a transfer off of
run it through the printing
photographic
press.
Imagery using solvents and that kind of stuff?
No, just run them through a printing press. You ink up the plates themselves, and then you run them through the press, and then after that, I put down I mask out the image part, and then do the painting and the drawing on top of it. Yep.
What's the title of this piece?
This one's called Warhol and Basquiat Are Neighbors. Yep. And it's sort of based on two people that I share a studio in a building with that they happen to make work that's similar.
Okay, let's take a look at this large piece. What's this title?
That's The Tree of Life.
The Tree of Life.
Yeah.
Now, do you consider yourself a collage artist, a painter, a multimedia artist? How do you think you fit in?
I think I still consider myself a printmaker, even though this is a painting.
A printmaker, okay.
Drawing. Yeah, but that's where I sort of got my learning from. I studied printmaking in school.
Is it mostly lithography that you're using? Are you doing woodcuts and silkscreen and etching and all that stuff?
Most of this is layered, just acrylic paint and graphite. These images, that's the way they're sort of done on there. I work from both sides of it. It's painted on frosted mylar, so you can put the details in the front and then flip it over and actually put the background colors in. And some of the images are actually on the back side of the mylar, and other images are on the front. Once you start noticing that, you can see the difference. And
then this is all glued together with matte medium or some kind of acrylic medium?
The acrylic paint actually holds the whole piece together in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this other major piece. What's the title on this?
Ghost Town Companions.
And this one has got to be, what, about 6 by 4 feet, something like that?
It's 4 feet by 6 feet, or 6 feet by 4 feet.
Okay. How do you think you fit in with pop art, or maybe the pictures generation type of working with borrowed images?
Yeah, I think there's reference to that general as far as the work goes. I was thinking of the idea of when I was using a lot of found images and so forth of the idea of the pictures generation. Particularly, I'm interested in Richard Prince's work, but I sort of only have slight references to that.
How about the pattern decorative? I noticed you've got a lot of kind of psychedelic patterns, and
yeah,
I don't know what these are.
Those are actually from
Ceylon, Indonesia, something like that.
Yeah, that particular pattern is.
I got some more.
Yeah, that's a small lithograph.
This is a straight lithograph. Or is it hand touched on there?
Yeah, it's got some hand
worked
painting
that
in the background and graphite.
Okay. Are these your pieces too?
Yep.
Tell us about the houses.
These are houses that I made out of, I constructed out of unopened credit card applications. And they're all applications that I've saved up over since 1997, for about 12 years that I've been getting in the mail. And I modeled them after the houses in my own neighborhood.
Well, we can get you subprime mortgages with those credit cards as well, right?
Yeah. Certainly true. They have my address and my name all over them, so I don't even really have to sign the pieces.
And tell me about your use of text.
Yeah, the use of text in the work I actually use sort of like pattern, but then people get to reading it just because they see it.
Is that important for you? I mean, does that lay out some kind of a narrative
it gives you
direction
hints.
for you?
Yeah, it generally gives you hints to the narrative involved with the actual paintings, but in a sense I didn't first start using it that way. A lot of it's just stream of consciousness while I'm working on the piece itself. So a lot of it's just only directly relates to the piece that I was actually working on at the time when I was writing.
Okay, let's wrap up on this. What's the title of this piece?
This piece is called Kevin Hayes. It's named after a best friend of mine that I knew back in school. It sort of has his we always bounced ideas off of each other, and we loved work that was sort of the same way, overly layered and overly saturated with imagery and mark making.
And this one also is what, about 4 by 6 feet?
4.5 by 6 feet. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're going to take a little peek in here. It's the KOSTABI world. Okay.
That's where the show's taking place, at KOSTABI World.
The pop-up here for Converge Gallery. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Liv Reeton Johnson, or Jeremiah Johnson. What was the title again? There's too much is never enough? Something like that?
Never enough.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thank Mark KOSTABI, and thanks, Kate.